Doctor? Dr. Chakwas. I think she's waking up.
You had us worried there, Shepard.
Mm.
How are you feeling?
Minor throbbing. Nothing serious. How long was I out?
About 15 hours. Something happened down there with the beacon, I think.
You don't say.
It's my fault. I must have triggered some kind of security field when I approached it. You had to push me out of the way.
Where's the beacon now? What happened to it?
The beacon exploded. A system overload, maybe. And the blast knocked you cold. Williams and I had to carry you back here to the ship.
I appreciate it.
Physically, you're fine. But I detected some unusual brain activity. Abnormal beta waves. I also noticed an increase in your rapid eye movement. Signs typically associated with intense dreaming.
I saw... I'm not sure what I saw. Death, destruction... Nothing's really clear.
I better add this to my report. It may... Oh. Captain Anderson.
How's our XO holding up, Doctor?
Well, all the readings look normal. I'd say the commander's going to be fine.
Glad to hear it. Shepard, I need to speak with you. In private.
Okay.
Aye, aye, Captain. I'll be in the mess if you need me.
Sounds like that beacon hit you pretty hard, Commander.
You
You
can
sure
say
you're
that.
okay?
I don't like soldiers dying under my command.
Jenkins wasn't your fault. You did a good job, Shepard.
Did we leave Gunnery Chief Williams back on Eden Prime?
I figured we could use a soldier like her. She's been reassigned to the Normandy.
That was quick.
Williams is a good soldier. She deserves it.
Lieutenant Alenko agrees with you. That's why I added her to our crew.
Intel dropped the ball, sir. We had no idea what we were walking into down there.
True.
That's why things went to hell.
The Geth haven't been outside the Veil in 2 centuries, Commander.
Also
Nobody
true.
could have predicted this.
You said you needed to see me in private, Captain?
I won't lie to you, Shepard. Things look bad. Nihilus is dead. The beacon was destroyed and Geth are invading.
Uh-huh.
The Council's going to want answers.
I didn't do anything wrong, Captain. Hopefully the Council can see that.
I'll stand behind you and your report, Shepard. You're a damned hero in my books. That's not why I'm here. It's Saren, that other Turian.
Okay.
Saren's a Spectre,
Mhm.
one of the best. A living legend. But if he's working with the Geth, it means he's gone rogue. A rogue Spectre's trouble. Saren's dangerous, and he hates humans.
Why?
He thinks we're growing
Why?
too fast, taking over the galaxy. A lot of aliens think that way. Most of them don't do anything about it. But Saren has allied himself with the Geth. I don't know how, I don't know why. I only know it had something to do with that beacon. You were there just before that beacon self-destructed. Did you see anything? Any clue that might tell us what Saren was after?
Just before I lost consciousness, I had some kind of vision.
A vision? A vision of what?
Our death.
I saw synthetics. Geth, maybe. Slaughtering people. Butchering them.
We need to report this to the Council, Shepard.
What are we gonna tell them? I had a bad dream?
We don't know what information was stored in that beacon. Lost Prothean technology? Blueprints for some ancient weapon of mass destruction? Whatever it was. Saren took it. But I know Saren. I know his reputation is politics. He believes humans are a blight on the galaxy. This attack was an act of war. He has the secrets from the beacon. He has an army of Geth at his command, and he won't stop until he's wiped humanity from the face of the galaxy.
Humanity is an interesting assumption.
I'll find some way to take him down.
It's not that easy. He's a Spectre. He can go anywhere, do almost anything. That's why we need the Council on our side.
We prove Saren's gone rogue and the Council will revoke his Spectre status.
Will
I'll
they know?
contact the ambassador and see if he can get us an audience with the council. He'll want to see us as soon as we reach the Citadel. We should be getting close. Head up to the bridge and tell Joker to bring us into dock.
Before we do all that, there's a lot of shit to... Oh, a lot of shit to listen
Roughly
to.
1,200 years.
You already listened to Turians,
Roughly
but
1,200 years ago, the Turians were invited.
why was it lighted up?
50,000 years ago, the Protheans were the only spacefaring species in the galaxy. They vanished in a swift galactic extinction. Only the legacy of their empire remains.
It's interesting that we know this for a
Believed to have
fact,
built the mass relays and the Citadel,
or at
which
least
have
at this
allowed
point of
numerous
time.
species to explore and expand throughout the galaxy. Prothean ruins are found on worlds across the galaxy. While surprisingly intact for their age, functioning examples of Prothean paleotechnology are rare. Time and generations of looters have picked their dead cities and derelict stations clean. Some believe the Protheans meddled in the evolution of younger races.
True.
The Hanar homeworld of Kaje, for example, shows clear evidence of former Prothean occupation. The presence of a former Prothean observation post on Mars has caused a rebirth of interventionary evolutionists among humans. These individuals believe the god myths of ancient civilizations are misremembered encounters with aliens.
Not a bad belief, I would say.
The Geth are a humanoid race of networked AIs. They were created by the Quarians 300 years ago as tools of labor and war. When the Geth showed signs of self-evolution, the Quarians attempted to exterminate them. The Geth won the resulting war. This example has led to legal, systematic repression of artificial intelligences in galactic society.
I
The
wish.
Geth possess a unique distributed intelligence. An individual has rudimentary animal instincts, but as their numbers and proximity increase, the apparent intelligence of each individual improves. In groups, they can reason, analyze situations, and use tactics, as well as any organic race.
Thank you for Isa.
Geth space is located at the trailing end of the Perseus arm, beyond
was
the lawless terminus
quick.
systems. The Perseus Veil, an obscuring dark nebula of opaque gas and dust,
This has been a month
lies
already.
between their space and the terminus systems. After the Geth secure a location,
Whoa, that's a
they round
disturbing
up and impale
image.
dead
I don't
and
like
living
it.
bodies on mechanical spikes.
I don't like it at all.
The spikes rapidly transform these victims into withered husks, extracting water and trace minerals, and replacing them with cybernetics. The cybernetics reanimate the lifeless flesh and tissue, transforming the bodies into mindless killing machines. Some Alliance soldiers refer to the
Sci-fi
husk-generating
zombies.
spikes as dragon's teeth, a reference to the mythological berserkers who sprang up from the earth wherever the teeth of the dragon Eris were planted. Dragon's teeth and husks bear little resemblance to other pieces of Geth technology. No one is sure why a synthetic
'Cause it's
race
not Geth.
would bother to drain the minuscule amount of recoverable resources from organic corpses, though the value of reusing them as shock troops is obvious. The Citadel is an ancient deep space station,
Citadel.
presumably constructed by the Protheans. Since the Prothean extinction, numerous species have come to call the Citadel home. It serves as the political, cultural, and financial capital of the galactic community. To represent their interests, most species maintain embassies on the Presidium, the Citadel's inner ring. The Citadel Tower in the center of the Presidium holds the Citadel Council chambers. Council affairs often have far-reaching effects on the rest of the galactic community. 5 arms, known as the wards, extend from the Presidium. Their inner surfaces have been built into cities, populated by millions of inhabitants from across the galaxy. The Citadel is virtually indestructible. If attacked, the station can close its arms to form a solid, impregnable shell. For as long as the station has existed, an enigmatic race called the Keepers has maintained it. Humanity's first contact with an alien. The Systems Alliance is an
I think
independent...
we've done this one.
The Terminus systems are located on the far side of the Attican Traverse, beyond the space administered by the Citadel Council or claimed by the Human Systems Alliance. It is populated by a loose affiliation of minor species,
Minor species.
united only in their refusal to acknowledge the political authority of the Council or adhere to the Citadel Conventions. Their independence comes at a price. The Terminus is fraught with conflict. War among the various species is common, as governments and dictators constantly rise and fall. The region is a haven for illegal activities, particularly piracy and the slave trade. At least once a year, a fleet from the Terminus invades the nearby Attican Traverse. These attacks are typically small raids against poorly defended colonies. The Council rarely retaliates, as sending patrols into the Terminus systems could unify the disparate species against their common foe, triggering a long and costly war. Combat hard suits use a dual-layer system to protect the wearer. The inner layer consists of fabric armor with kinetic padding. Areas that don't need to be flexible, such as the chest or shins, are reinforced with sheets of lightweight ablative ceramic. The outer layer consists of automatically generated kinetic barriers. Objects traveling above a certain speed will trigger the barrier's reflex system and be deflected, provided there is enough energy left in the shield's power cell. Armored hard suits are sealable to protect the wearer from extremes of temperature and atmosphere. Standard equipment includes an onboard mini-frame and a communications, navigation, and sensing suite. The mini-frame is designed to accept and display data from a weapon's smart targeting system to make it easier to locate and eliminate enemies.
Excuse me.
Kinetic barriers, more commonly called shields, provide protection against most mass accelerator weapons. Whether on a starship or a soldier's suit of armor, the basic principle remains the same. Kinetic barriers are repulsive mass effect fields, projected from tiny emitters. These shields safely deflect small objects traveling at rapid velocities. This affords protection from bullets and other dangerous projectiles, but still allows the user to sit down without knocking away their chair. The shielding afforded by kinetic barriers does not protect against extremes of temperature, toxins, or radiation.
Use the armor for that, I guess. Not updated yet. Although Citadel is equipped with Mass Effect generating element 0 cores, most of the gravity on station generated by the centrifugal force of rotation. Rotation, gravity, Earth. Stats for the nerds. Stats for the nerds, as they like to say. 46 kilometer. Presidium. That's a big population for this size, to be honest. Let's be honest. 44 kilometers is not at all a large space. In a city. Statistic. Timeline. Upgrades. The development of practical manufacturing. Omnitools allows modern militaries a great deal of flexibility of equipment loadouts. A vast number of field modification kits or upgrades are available for common equipment such as weapons, armor, omnitools, biotic amps, and even grenades. An upgrade kit typically consists of less than 1,000 unique parts and an organic storage disk. When loaded into an omnitool, the OSD provides all technical specifications required to manufacture the tools and additional parts necessary to install the upgrade onto another piece of equipment. Assembly is typically modular, and installation can be completed in less than a minute. Since so many tools are designed to use common battlefield salvage materials such as plastics, ceramics, and light metals rendered into semi-molten omni-gel for quick use, it is quite possible for a trained soldier carrying upgrade kits to customize gear on the battlefield to fit the current tactical situation. A great explanation for why we can do all the stuff we can do without actually. Jenkins is dead, but you have to press on to dig inside. Questioning the reality of the situation. Dr. Chakwas. Who is smashing? Ha!
Glad to see you're okay, Commander. Commander, I'm glad to see you're okay. Losing Jenkins was hard on the crew, and I'm glad we didn't lose you too.
Garrus, of course, who else? But you'll have to wait till the MA2 for Garrus smashing. Love the single PNG hair, yeah.
Things were pretty rough down there.
Yeah, you never get used to seeing dead civilians. It doesn't seem right somehow. But at least you stopped Saren from wiping out the whole colony.
We're not super original with our romance options, but there's no way I'm choosing anyone else. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm very loyal, let's say. When it comes to romance options in this game. Although I do love Jack. There's such a mile ahead for the man options, not even close. Yeah, true. Jack is a good option, to be honest. Liara is always good for both genders. But I feel like, I don't know, 2 on the nose for me personally. Although Garrus is also very much on the nose. Personally, like really personally, I feel that Garrus and Tali are the best options for genders. Garrus if you're female shepherd and Tali is the male shepherd. Like story-wise, they feel the best for me. Especially with Mass Effect 3. It's funny if you don't romance either of them, we get together in 3. Yeah, that's also that's also fun part. I feel like Tali's story is so much more interesting when she's a romance option. And also I just don't like the behavior of Kaidan and Ashley in 2. If you romance them in 1, like the whole, oh, you betrayed everything, oh, I don't know if I can trust you, but we will get back together in 3, maybe. I like that you don't romance Tali or Garrus in 1, but you like get closer and get like become good friends in 1 and 2. Then you in 1, and then you reunite in 2 and start romance in 2, and then you continue romance in 3, and you have a very dramatic ending. I never get you sing that.
I couldn't have
help,
done it without
Kaidan.
you.
We're Marines. We stick together. And I'm just sorry that we lost Jenkins.
Although Kaidan is a good guy, let's say. I wonder if we actually finish ME4. They will probably finish it. I think they will finish it. Question is, will anything of the trilogy, any soul of the trilogy remain? Like, after what happened with the EA this year, I think we have to be very have our expectation very, very low for any games they release. Being purchased by conservative, religious people, billionaires who don't give a shit about anything, especially morality. Jinx will be mad.
Yeah, I wish I could have done something to save him.
I was there. You did everything right. It was just bad luck.
It's been a hell of a shakedown cruise. Our first mission ends with one Spectre killing another. The Citadel Council's not going to be happy about that. Probably use it to lever more concessions.
I think I need to move myself back up a bit. I'm blocking some of the text. I talked a little bit about it in the beginning. Like, the reason I chose to replay this now is because I kind of lost hope for the next Mass Effect. I was originally planning to replay it when we get solid news of the next one, like a date at least, and wait until that, but now I realize there's no point of waiting. There's no point of really having any expectation for the next Mass Effect.
You've got a good grasp of the situation. You a career man?
Yeah, a lot of biotics are. We're not restricted, but we sure don't go undocumented. May as well get a paycheck for it. Besides, my father served. I made him proud when I enlisted. Eventually. But is that why you're here? Because of your family?
Something similar.
I was a regular Navy brat. I got a little more noteworthy than the folks expected.
Oh, that's right, the Blitz. I imagine that bought you any post in the fleet. Word is we're heading for the Citadel, ma'am. Can you, tell me why?
The captain hopes the ambassador can get an audience with the council. Tell them what Saren's been up to.
Makes sense. They'd probably like to know he's not working for them anymore. Whatever happens, we'll be ready, Commander.
Probably 2 years out at least. If they can even get it out. They may got BioWare before that, to be honest. What I was about to say? I was about to say something. I forgot. Oh. I think replaying Mass Effect is a great holiday season tradition. Playing Mass Effect on Christmas morning is one of my favorite things to do. Let's be honest.
I'm glad to see you're feeling better, Commander.
I recommend it highly.
How did you end up serving on an alliance ship?
Camping at.
I enlisted right out of med school. Earth always seemed boring to me. Too safe, too secure. I figured the colonies were teeming with exotic adventure. I wanted to travel the stars, tending the wounds of tough soldiers with piercing eyes and sensitive souls.
Piercing eyes,
Turns out
sensitive
military life
souls.
isn't quite as romantic as I'd imagined. But humanity needs the Alliance if we want to keep expanding through the Traverse, and the Alliance always needs good doctors. So I stayed on to do my part.
Ever think you made the wrong choice?
Sometimes I think about opening a private practice back on Earth, or maybe taking a position at one of the new med centers out in the colonies. But there's something special about working on soldiers. If I left the Alliance now, I'd feel like I was abandoning them.
What do you know about Captain Anderson?
I've served with him for a few tours now. He knows when to let things slide and when to crack the whip. The crew knows he's seen pretty much anything they'll ever run into. And he
Dr.
cares about the
Chocolates?
people under his
Yes.
command.
We love Dr. Chakwas.
How well do you know the lieutenant?
I'd never worked with him before this mission. But he has an impressive service record, over a dozen special commendations. Tends to keep to himself, though. Maybe because of the headaches. It's not easy being an L2.
What does that have to do with it?
Well, most biotics now use the L3 implants. Lieutenant Alenko was wired with the old L2 configuration. Sometimes there are complications.
What kind of complications?
Severe mental disabilities, insanity,
Have
crippling
fun
physical
working.
pain. There's a long
Says
list of
sarcastically.
horrific side effects. Caden's lucky. He just gets migraines.
Good luck with your Monday morning smoke.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Biotics is the ability of rare individuals to manipulate dark energy and create mass effect fields through the use of electrical impulses from the brain. Intense training and surgically implanted amplifiers are necessary for a biotic to produce mass effect fields powerful enough for practical use. The relative strength of biotic abilities varies greatly among species and with each individual. There are 3 branches of biotics. Telekinesis uses mass-lowering fields to levitate or impel objects. Mass-raising kinetic fields are used to block or pin objects. Spatial distortion uses rapidly shifting mass fields to shred objects. Most organic species are capable of developing biotic abilities, though there are risks involved. Biotics are the result of an in utero exposure to element 0. This usually causes fatal cancers in the victim, but in rare cases, it coalesces into nodules within the fetus's developing nervous system.
He sounded like there was more text afterward. Like he dropped off in the middle of reading a paragraph. Would you risk it though? A chance that either your child has superpowers or fatal cancer. The Alliance Military Vocational Code System classifies the career path of all serving personnel. The MVC consists of 1 letter, 1 number. A soldier's MVC indicates differentiations in a rank. The letter knows career path. The number indicates level of experience, as indicated by service record. Technical scores and commendation. All 26 letters are used. The numbers are 1 to 7. N is the letter code for special force personnel. And 7. Biotics manipulate mass effect fields using dozens of element 0 nodules within their nervous system that react to electric stimuli from the brain. Amplifiers allow biotics to synchronize the nodules so they can form fields large and strong enough for practical use. Amplifiers can improve a specific discipline or talent. An implant of surgically embedded interface port into which amps are plugged in. On humans, the implant is usually placed on the base of the skull for convenient access, though the user must be careful to keep it free of contaminants. Implant parts can fit a variety of amps, and there is a growing market of modification and add-ons. The finest quality implants are amps or modification by artisans. When the Alliance's L3 implants first deployed in 2170 are a significant step forward. Hi, Ashley.
I'm glad you're okay, Commander. The crew could use some good news after what happened to Jenkins.
Jenkins was a valuable part of this crew.
Part of me feels guilty over what happened. If Jenkins was still alive, I might not be here.
You're a good soldier, Williams. You belong on the Normandy.
Thanks, Commander. That means a lot from you. I've never met anyone who was awarded the Star of Terra.
Things were pretty rough down there. Are you okay?
I've seen friends die before. Comes with being a Marine. But to see my whole unit wiped out, and you never get used to seeing dead civilians. But things would have been a lot worse if you hadn't shown up.
We couldn't have done it without you, Williams.
Thanks, Commander. I have to admit, I was a little worried about being assigned to the Normandy.
How
It's
far?
nice when someone makes you feel welcome.
How come?
I think you're gonna fit in here just fine, Williams.
Thanks, Commander.
Thanks, Commander. Thanks, Williams.
Go speak to Joker when you're ready. Tell him to bring the Normandy into dock.
Sure. Yes, sir, sir. Yes. I mean, what's it called? Sir, yes, sir. Elevator is very slow. The Normandy vehicle bay. Using a squad member locker allows you to assign equipment to them. No equipment can be purchased from an acquisition officer. Acquisition officer.
Hey, Commander. Looking for some extra supplies before you head out?
What have you got?
Whatever you want. Armor, weapons, mods. It's not standard Alliance issue, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Well, as long as you don't mind paying for it.
Why should I pay you for my weapons and armor?
My stuff doesn't come from the Alliance. I have to purchase it myself, and it's not cheap. Hell, the licenses alone have set me back more than I'd like. But no licenses, no goods. Without the goods, I'm out of a job.
What are licenses? Why do you need them?
Manufacturers sell licenses. Each license allows me to buy and sell a certain brand of products. I already have several basic ones, but you'll need to buy more if you want me to bring in different brands. Many of the best licenses are hard to get, but they're well worth the cost if you can find them.
What do the different manufacturers offer?
There are too many for me to keep track of, but each license will explain what it's good for.
How often will you get new items?
Well, that depends on how many licenses you've purchased, but I'll rotate items on a regular basis regardless. And anytime we land someplace with a big enough port, I'll buy, sell, and trade whatever I can. Check back often. I need to move items quickly, so only the most basic items will be stocked consistently.
Let's see what you got.
You bet, Commander.
Oof. Not like we have any money for anything. Oh, I forgot. I forgot how confusing the shopping system was in Mass Effect 1. I forgot. Wings. Back to the Mako. I think it's people call it Mako. I like it calling Mako. It's the Japanese brain in me. But I do like calling it Mako more. Mako. Don't need shotguns. I can keep it for other people. Do need sniper rifles. Also, maybe weird, but what I like to do is kind of match I'll play with this later. Kind of match the class and abilities of my character to the romance option. It kind of feels more organic to me this way. I don't know why. I don't know why I do it. But like, if you're gonna romance Garrus, I feel like using the sniper rifles more. If you're romancing Caden, I feel like picking up a biotic class. Attack class for Tali, biotic class for I'm lost again in my own ship. Liara. And so on and so on. But having a sniper shepherd with Garrus as the main romance is Might be my favorite combination. Hi, guy.
I'm glad you're okay, Commander. Losing Jenkins was hard enough on the crew.
Don't mind me, my casual outfit. Super casual. Not at all the military uniform I'm supposed to be wearing in this place. Looking for codex entries.
Good timing, Commander. I was just about to
Hi,
bring us into
Joker.
the Citadel. See that taxpayer money at work.
Ah, my favorite. You don't understand. I had screenshots from this sequence of Citadel images as my desktops for forever.
Look at the size of that ship.
The Ascension, flagship of the Citadel fleet.
Well, size isn't everything.
Why so touchy,
Oof.
Joker?
I'm just saying you need
That's a-
firepower too.
Big.
Look at that monster. Its main gun could rip through the barriers in any ship in the Alliance fleet.
True.
Good thing it's on our side then.
Citadel Control, this is SSV Normandy, requesting permission to land.
Stand by for clearance, Normandy. Clearance granted. You may begin your approach. Transferring you to an Alliance operator.
Roger, Alliance Tower, Normandy out.
Normandy, this is Alliance Tower. Please proceed to Dock 422.
This is an outrage! The Council would step in if the Geth attacked a Turian colony?
The Turians don't found colonies on the borders of the Terminus systems, Ambassador.
Humanity was well aware of the risks when you went into the Traverse.
What about Saren? You can't just ignore a rogue Spectre. I demand action!
You don't get to make demands of the Council, Ambassador.
Citadel Security is investigating your charges against Saren. We will discuss the CSEC findings at the hearing, not before.
Politicians.
Captain Anderson, I see you brought half your crew with you.
Just the ground team from Eden Prime, in case you had any questions.
I have the mission reports. I assume they're accurate?
They are. Sounds like you convinced the Council to give us an audience.
They were not happy about it. Saren's their top agent. They don't like him being accused of treason.
Saren's a threat to every human colony out there. He needs to be stopped. The Council has to listen to us.
Settle down, Commander. You've already done more than enough to jeopardize your candidacy for the Spectres. The mission on Eden Prime was a chance to prove you could get the job done. Instead, Nihilus ended up dead and the beacon was destroyed.
Why are his lips white?
Then we better hope the CSEC investigation turns up evidence to support our accusations. Otherwise, the Council might use this as an excuse to keep you out of the Spectres. Come with me, Captain. I want to go over a few things before the hearing. Shepard, you and the others can meet us at the Citadel Tower, top level. I'll make sure you have clearance to get in.
And that's why I hate politicians.
Me too, girl. Also, I think this is a good place to take a small break. Gonna override the save so I don't multiply too many saves. I'm gonna. Take a small break, she says, and then gets stuck in. Alliance Patrol Report. Captain Hendrickson reported some unusual energy readings during a patrol on the Argus rock cluster. She had particular concerns about the Hydra system, but was recalled before her team could investigate further. No patrols are scheduled for this sector. Do we want to send our recon team? Okay. Thank you for the mission. 1 second, I'm gonna leave you looking at the beautiful citadel. The sequence when you first see the citadel, like when you first play this game, like I envy people who can experience for the first time, to be honest. I still love it, but seeing it for the very first time was something amazing. And I'm gonna be back in a few minutes.